In this class, we're going to go over work example on arithmetic progression. Okay, let's start with the first question. Find the 20th term of the arithmetic progression 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. 1, 3. Okay, solution 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. We are asked to find the 20th term. Okay, don't forget that in our previous class I gave you a formula for calculating the nth term of an arithmetic progression. The nth term of an arithmetic progression can be calculated using a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d. Okay, that means that if we know the value of our a and d, we can easily determine the nth term, the terms of our arithmetic progression. In this question, we are asked to calculate the 20th term. That means T20 is unknown. That is what we are asked to calculate. Now, we are given some numbers. Those numbers have their place. You understand? Are you paying attention? N simply means the position of the individual numbers in our sequence. You understand? So the T1 is 1. The T2, this is the T2. This is the T3. This is the T4. This is the T5, and this is the T6. The first term is T1, the second term is T2, the third term is T3, the fourth term is T4, the fifth term is T5, and the sixth term is T6. Now, the first term is A. Don't forget, I gave you, we explained this in our previous class. So if you missed the class, please kindly check the description of this video and watch the class, okay? If you wish to understand the in-depth of arithmetic progression, that first class is very important. Okay, so T1 is A. You understand? Are you paying attention? Now, we have known that our A is what? Is 1. So A is 1. A is equals to 1. Now we need to determine the value of D. Don't forget that I told you in our previous class, D is the difference between two successive terms. You understand? What we mean by successive terms are terms that follows each other. For example, if I want to take two successive terms among this sequence, I have 1 and 3. You understand? 1 and 3 are two successive terms because after the first term comes the second term, the first term and the second term, and you can as well choose any two terms, maybe T2 and T3, T3 and T4, T4 and T5, T5 and T6. All these are successive terms. You understand? So if I want to take the difference, I can use T5 and T6. You understand? For example, D is equals to T6 minus T5. You understand? Okay? You can use this to calculate your D. That means I'm going to have 11 minus 9, which is what? 2. Okay? So the difference is 2. And you can choose T5 and T4. You understand? You can choose the fifth term and the fourth term. You understand? All you have to do is that just take the difference between the fifth term and the fourth term. You are going to get 2 as well. Okay? So now, having gotten A and D, you can easily calculate the T20, the 20th term. The 20th term, which will be equals to A. A is 1. 1 plus n minus 1. N is now 20. So I'm going to have 20 minus 1 multiplied by D. D is 2. See, this n that you see here is the term that we want to calculate. You understand? So n is 20 because the 20th term is the term that we want to calculate. Okay? So here I'm going to have T20 is equals to 1 plus 19 multiplied by 2. Do you understand? Okay? 19 multiplied by 2 will give 19 multiplied by 2 will give us 38. You understand? So here I'm going to have T20 is equals to 1 plus 38, which is equals to 39. Okay? So that is the value of T20. Okay? Now let's proceed to the next question. We are asked to calculate the 100th term of the sequence. You understand? We are asked to calculate the 100th term of the sequence 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. We are asked to calculate the 100th term. Now, how do you calculate the 100th term of this sequence? We are still going to use the formula. Here, T100 is unknown. T100. Okay, let me put. Okay. T100 is unknown. We don't know the value of T100. So how do we determine the value of T100? All you have to do is that just determine the value of A and D. A is the first number. So A is what? 5. So to determine the arithmetic, to determine the 100th term of this arithmetic progression, you can calculate B as maybe 10 minus 5. You can choose maybe T2 minus T1. You can choose T3 minus T2. You can choose T4 minus T3, and you can choose T5 minus T4. You understand? So T2 minus T1 will be what? With the this will be 5. You understand? So here I'm going to have T100 is equals to A, which is 5, plus 100 minus 1 multiplied by 5. You understand? So 5 plus 99 multiplied by 5. 99 multiplied by 5 will give us 495. You understand? So here I'm going to have 5 plus 495. That is what? 500. Okay? So the 100th term of this arithmetic progression is 500. Do you understand? So that is how to calculate the nth term. The terms in our arithmetic progression. So let me give you just an assignment. Calculate the 20th term. Okay, calculate the 40th term of this arithmetic progression. 5, 7, 9, 11. Calculate the 4th term of this arithmetic progression. 5, 7, 9, 11. Calculate the 40th term. So what we are looking for here is T40. You understand? So that is an assignment for you, okay? When you are done, drop the answers in the comment section, okay? You are asked to determine the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression. -7, -3, 1. Okay, we are asked to determine the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression. -7, see, -7, -3, 1. Then we have dot dot dot. Now, don't forget, in our previous class, I gave you a formula for the nth term of an AP. The nth term of an arithmetic progression is given by this. Tn is equals to a plus n minus 1 closing bracket d. You understand? And using this formula, you can easily determine. That means that if you know the value of your a, if you know the value of d, you can determine any terms in the arithmetic progression. Okay. So now we are given that this is the progression that we are given. Now, if you want to determine the d is the difference between the successive term. And when we talk about successive term, those are the terms that follows each other. You understand? They are also called consecutive term. For example, the term after if you look at this progression, you are going to discover that this is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. You understand? And if this is the A, that means that if I want to know the difference, I can easily take the difference between the B and A and B, or C and B. You understand? That is, this is the first term. You understand? First term, second term, then third term. You understand? So now, to determine the d is the difference between two consecutive terms in our sequence or series. You understand? So here I'm going to have d can be equals to t2 minus t1 or t3 minus t2. You understand? So now you can see that t2 is what? Is 3. So I'm going to have -3 minus t1. T1 is -7. You understand? So I'm going to have -3 minus 7. Okay, this will give me -3 plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to have 4. So the difference is what? Is 4. Do you understand? Now, having gotten the difference, you can easily determine the 23rd term, because the question says we should determine the 23rd term in the of the sequence. You understand? So now I'm going to have T23. T23 is equals to A. A is the first term. That is the first number on our sequence. You understand? A is the first term. So I'm going to have -7 plus n minus 1. You know that now n is 23. You understand? So I'm going to have 23 minus 1 multiplied by d. The difference, d is the common difference. You understand? And the difference between of this AP is what? Is 4. So I'm going to have multiplied by 4. Okay. So here I'm going to have -7 plus now 22 multiplied by 4. -7 plus 88. Okay, so the 23rd term is equals to -7 plus 88. That will be 81. You understand? So the 24th term is 81. You can see the application of the formula. Okay, so with respect to this formula, you can determine the nth term of any AP. You understand? It's easy to compute when you remember the formula. Anytime you are given the A and D, you just proceed to use this formula. Okay, so that is the first question. You can take this question like a practice question. Okay, find the 100th term of the following arithmetic of this arithmetic sequence. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now,